What's going on, my co-creators? What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day, co-creating the day that you want, the day that you love, the day that you've been looking forward to, the life that you've been looking forward to. Hope it's all going your way. I really need to get me another microphone so I can block this wind, but I don't have it today, so oh well, you have to deal with the wind noise. Anyway, I just wanted to do a video about paying the cost. I mean, everything has a cost. Nothing is free. I know you hear that all the time. It's such an old cliche to hear, but it's so true. And don't think you're gonna be able to, have this, do that, enjoy this, enjoy that, without it costing you anything. And of course, costing isn't always monetary, you know what I'm saying? It's time, it's effort, it's energy, it's stress, it's all types of things, you know what I'm saying? And so we should never expect, I guess I'll give you a little look around, we should never expect things to come easy or be free. It just doesn't work like that, you know what I'm saying? That's not the way this thing works, not the way it ever will work. And sometimes some folks gotta learn the hard way, Some folks gotta learn the real hard way. I mean, I've definitely had to learn some hard lessons when it comes to trying to get things for free and trying to think I'm gonna have my way with something or someone. And reality hit, and I realized that there was a cost. I might have not came out the pocket, but I came out with my time, I might not spend a lot of time, but I came out the pocket. I might have not did too much of either one of those things, but then I'm paying for it spiritually or emotionally, you know what I'm saying? So it's always some kind of cost when it comes to everything that we have, everything that we do. There's nothing that's for free in this life, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta put that out there, Just gotta put that out there. And so if y'all think y'all getting away with something, you think you're getting it all, but you're not paying for it, or you paying for it. And it's not only with a negative thing, it's with positive things, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm always working on progress. I'm always trying to figure out a better way to do things. I'm always trying to, I always have goals that I'm working on. Some are obvious and some aren't so obvious. And even on my off days, where people think I'm off, I'm not really off. I'm actually working on something. There's a goal, Sometime like this over this weekend, I had one day where I got some really good sleep. And you would think that was like just I was tired, but it was a part of me contributing to my health, and that's one of my goals. I mean, I want to get better sleep. I don't require a lot of sleep, but I want to get better sleep. And so it's all by design. I don't have too many days where things are just willy-nilly and whatever happens. Nah, it deep don't roll like that. Everything I do is by design. I mean, it's very seldom that I find myself doing something that I didn't plan, or I didn't design it, or I didn't do it because there's a means to an end, I mean, even if it's something simple, like just going to walk around through the park, that is a plan for me. I'm doing this to get a means to an end. I'm walking, I'm putting my feet in the grass because I'm trying to get connected to my higher self. I'm trying to ground myself, you know what I'm saying? Everything is connected, you know what I'm saying? And just like I said, dealing with these with relationships and stuff, some people want to mess up a good relationship by getting into a relationship. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, all that stuff costs, You can't get involved with somebody and think it ain't gonna cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a cost. And is the payoff worth it? I guess you'll have to find out. You'll see. But yeah, just know that, folks. Just know that you got to pay to play, and that's in all aspects, good and bad. Everything gonna cost you something. There's no getting over, folks. There's no shortcuts given. That's not the way this world works. It's mathematically sound. Whatever you put in, you will get out, and that comes, with money too. And money is a funny thing because money is more of an energy than actually numbers. And people don't understand that. I mean, I still struggle with it. I've learned to understand it better. I've learned not to be real tight per se when it comes to money. Even though I am conservative when it comes to spending, I'm not mentally, I'm not emotionally tight with my money. I'm not spiritually bounded to my money. I'm not uptight about spending. I'm not uptight about giving. And I think that's a key to unlock a lot of our financial burdens is when we cling on to it too tight, and we worry about losing it too much, and that it becomes fleeting. It runs away from you. You know, it's almost like you got to kind of look at money as like an energy. It's almost like an entity, and just like a person is almost like, you know, you ever been around somebody that's always needy, real clingy, always wanting more and more, can't ever get enough. Like something inside of you just makes you not want to give them what they want. It's like you automatically want to kind of push them away a little bit and kind of not like mistreat them, but you don't really want to give them anything. You know, you'll do it, but it's like, I'm so tired of this person nagging me and begging me and hounding me and all that stuff. It's like you feel that you might do it, but you don't really want to. That's kind of the way money is. If you nagging money and you begging money and you being all clingy to money and stuff, the money don't really like to be around people like that. They'll hang around for a little while, but then it moves on. I mean, I know money isn't a person, but it's energy. And because, you know, the numbers change every day, especially with all this free money they're giving out, these stimulus checks and all that. People don't understand that this money they're giving away that's doing nothing but lowering the value of dollars. Every time they cut a check, that's the value of your dollar going down, folks. Just know that. That's another conversation. But anyway, yeah, it's like, the more needy you are toward money, the more it kind of wants to shy away from you. You know, it's like it'll get in your pocket and it runs away. You know, you get it, you spend it. It don't want to stay around. I know it sounds strange, but it's kind of like that. And when you're a person that's kind of like, you're not clingy, and you're, I'm talking about comparing it to like relationships or whatever, friendships, whatever, anything. You can compare it to, you know, just work people and stuff. You know, if you're going to like get a car or something, you're going to make a major purchase. If you go up in there and you all worried about, are they going to sell me this car? Are they going to accept my down payment? Like if you all worried about them and you like, they the only deal in town, and they're going to treat you bad. They're going to mess over you. They're going to play you. They're going to do something that's not good to you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of money. It's similar to that. You know what I'm saying? You can't be acting all needy and all clingy and all desperate and stuff when it comes to money. You got to be confident. Like whenever I go to purchase something like a big purchase or whatever, I'm like, hey man, if I don't get it from you, I'm going to get it from somebody. So what you want to do? Let me know what you want to do. Because there's 1,000 other places around town that I can get probably a better deal. So what you going to do to keep me here? I do the same thing with a lot of parts of my life. I'm not going to sit here and beg anybody to be around me. I mean, I'll communicate. I'll try to, you know, make some sense out of things. I'm not just going to just totally be, you know, unresponsive and just, you know, totally not even try to communicate. But I'm not going to sit here and beg you. You know, if you can't talk, if you can't, you know, tell me what you want, then you're in trouble. You're not going to get too much out of me. But yeah, I go places and I don't beg them or try to get them to give me a deal. I'm like, I can go somewhere else. I don't say that, but I have that energy of that. And I've had to say it, but I keep that energy of like, dude, you're not the only place in town. You know what I'm saying? Like, ma'am, you're not the only woman in town. You know what I'm saying? Employer, you're not the only employer in town. You know, customer, you're not the only person I can sell to in town. You know, you don't have to say it, just feel it. Just be that. You know what I'm saying? Treat money like that. Don't be like, where's the money? Where's the money? I gotta have the money. Nah, man, you give money away freely. You give money away. I've gotten more money by giving money away and not looking for anything in return. That's how you build wealth. You know, now there's more specific ways to build wealth, of course, but that's how you get out of the depths of being broke and struggling with money. I'm gonna tell you that much. That's how you get from that paycheck to paycheck living. You gotta let that stuff go. You gotta stop being needy. You gotta be arrogant when it comes to your money. You gotta be like, look, I know I'm gonna use you and I'm gonna do some good things with you. You're gonna enjoy where I put you at. You know, I talked to my money. I said, I'm about to send you. You about to help some people. You about to do this, and that. You about to improve this. You're gonna improve my life, and then I'm gonna turn around and use that to improve other people's lives. I use money as a tool, and it's like we working together. It's an attitude. It's energy. Because money is energy. It's not those numbers, folks. Those numbers change every day. I don't know if you notice this, but the value of $1 is depends on what's needed at that moment in time. If you're stuck in the middle of nowhere and somebody is and you're in the middle of the desert and somebody say, oh, I'll give you a ride to the gas station, I'll give you some gas, but I'm gonna charge you $100 a gallon, what you gonna do? That value of the dollar just went completely up for them and down for you. That's if I'm saying that right. Yeah, the value of the dollar, it goes up for you and then down for them, or whatever way I'm saying it right. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say though. My economics ain't on point all the time. But anyway, yeah, so the value of a dollar, it changes by the moment, depending on everything. Some people say, oh, watch the stock market. Now it depends on where you're at, what you're doing. That's how much the dollar is worth. And so that should tell you right there, the numbers don't mean nothing. It's about energy. That's how it flows. It flows because of how you handle it, the way you treat it. And if you treat it like a partner, and you don't be all scared to lose it and all nervous about it running away from you and getting out of your hands and getting into somebody else's hands and all that stuff. If you're not worried about all that, money gonna hang around, folks. And if you give it away freely, man, give it away quietly and freely. Don't even tell anybody that you're giving it away. You know what I'm saying? And don't do it out of obligation. That's why sometimes, I'm not gonna get into too much religious stuff. Sometimes when people they give offerings and tithes and stuff. And I'm not trying to be into religious business. Nothing wrong with doing that. But sometimes when people do that, they do it with the wrong attitude, with the wrong reasons. They do it almost out of obligation. And if you put that kind of energy on that money, that's not gonna be any good for you. You shouldn't do that out of obligation. You should do that out of love and out of wanting to help. You shouldn't do that because anybody else watching. You shouldn't do that because you want to do it, because you feel like it's the right thing to do. You shouldn't do it because you trying to get something in return, from God or whatever, or from whoever. You should do it because you feel like you're putting seeds into something good in this world. You're contributing to something good in this world. Don't make it so selfish. Don't make it all about you. And that's how you get more. I think a lot of times people donate and they tithe and they do offerings at church. They do it with the wrong attitude. And that's the reason why they don't see any changes in their lives. Now, everybody don't do it with the wrong attitude, but a lot of them do. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. And so, we got to contribute and use our money in better ways, folks. We got to treat our money with I don't want to say respect, but just don't be all nervous and scared about losing it all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So anyway, my co-creators, I want you to co-create financially also. Get that freedom and stop, worrying about losing all the time, having that scarcity mentality. You got to have that abundant mentality, Even like this video, I done talked about like 3 different subjects right now. I could have put each one of these in a different video. I'm like, okay, well, what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow? I don't care. I'll figure it out. That's abundant mentality. I could be scared, have a scarcity mentality, say, oh, I'm gonna save this for this, or I'm gonna save this for that. Nah, man. I have an abundant intelligence. My energy reaches across the cosmos. I'm an eternal being that's always been around and will always be around. I have infinite potential that goes on forever and forever. And you have the same exact things. You just gotta know you have it and don't even worry about it. Your attitude is what's stopping your stuff from flowing to you. And like I said, folks, everything costs. It's 2 subjects in one on this one. So everything costs. Can't get nothing for free. But when you do pay for it, if you pay for money, make sure you're doing it with the right spirit, the right attitude, and don't be worrying about losing all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? We gotta know that we don't live in a scarcity universe. This universe is abundant with all types of things, all types of opportunities, all types of everything available to us all day, every day. I love you. My co-creators, go outside today and do 30 minutes of cardio. Get that blood pumping, get those toxins out of your body, get that air in your body, that foreign air, breathe it out, let your body figure out how to deal with it. Get your heart rate up, sweat it out. Do some meditation. 10 minutes meditation goes a long way. And that's very, very important, folks. And it helps you connect with your higher self. Remember who you really are. And on top of that, turn off the news. Stop looking at those rising cases. Oh, there's so many cases. Oh, the cases are rising. Oh my God. Yeah, more people getting tested. There's gonna be more cases, dummy. Oh, there's cases, but ain't nobody dying, dummy. It's less than 1%. So shut up, news. Stop looking at that stuff. I keep telling y'all. Y'all gonna scare yourself into some craziness, but prepare your body, because I'm telling you, come this winter, they got something new for you, and this thing might be real. Just letting you know, folks. Anyway, so get your body together, folks, and leave your cell phone at home sometime. I love you, my co-creators, and I will see you mañana. tomorrow. Bye-bye.